So we're out at Lake Tyler. I'm going to fly the new Strobes. I'm going to take it out 3 miles over the lake. I have the son of a Bob here to be my visual observer. Watch it for me. Want to follow all the 107.41 rules. So we'll try and get as much of this on the Osmo as we can, and hopefully have a good time. I'll also turn on the camera on the drone. I figured out the other night that it gets some pretty good footage. So let me get it up and running. So that's what it looks like with the super bright strobes on. I've only got 3 on, like I said the other night, because I don't want to spend another $120 for 3 more till I know they work. So I put 2 of them on the top for anything above me to see, the one on the back for my visual reference. So let's see. It says we're ready to go. Let me turn the we're at 250 feet. 350, 360, 370, 380. Okay, here we go. Now if I was doing an actual video production at night, I'd turn those front red LEDs off. But for tonight, it just didn't matter. Okay. I'll be holding the iPad up a lot like that. It's the best visual reference that I could get for you. We're rapidly headed away. Angling the camera down a little bit. We're at almost half a mile. I just heard somebody say their butthole opened underwater. That's charming. We're at 3,000 feet. I'll try to put a red circle around the strobe. It was so easy to see at night. 1 mile. It's just really not showing up on the Osmo. Then again, the Osmo is not made for night shooting. So what I've done is to scale in to 100%. Then I've added the red circle. I'll be cutting a lot of this out. It's rather boring just to watch a red circle. I've got my range extenders on. The only thing that I think is going to slow this down is if the RC can't keep up with the drone as far as distance. We're at 7,000 feet. And I know it can go out to 3 miles out here because I've had it out. You've seen the video, the 16,100 feet video. We're at 8,000 feet. And it's easy to see it flashing red, green, white. I'm going to stop it there, see if I can get it on the Osmo. I don't know if I can or not. should have flown out in sport mode, huh? We are 9,500 feet. Is that a boat I hear out there? That sounds like a boat, doesn't it? I was really hoping it was a boat. I didn't want to have to bring that drone down to a lower level. It'd been too dangerous. Yeah, it's gotta be a boat. We're at 10,700 feet. No problem seeing it. So we're well over 2 miles. %73 left on the battery. $11,900 feet. 12,234 feet to be precise. By the time you see this, I will have edited a lot of it out. Although it was endlessly fascinating to me, I don't think it will be to you. $13,000 feet. No problem seeing it, and you can see it flash green, red, white, red, green, white. We're at 13.5. We're going to take it out to 16,000 and bring it back. Battery life is 67%. And I'll see if I can get a shot of it. We're at 14,300. You're watching? Okay. We are at 15,000 feet.
Actually checking how many feet in 3 miles.
1,500, 700, and 15,700 and
840.
7,800.
1,500, 840.
We're at, so 15,840. We just passed 3 miles. And it's telling me it's time to bring her home. So let's go ahead and do that. So we went out to 16,000 feet. No problem. Now this, unfortunately I didn't get it on the Osmo unless it picked it up. But I don't want to stop it and turn it back around. I don't know for sure if this is still recording after that message I got, but that's where we are. This way. Okay, we just got back from our 16,000 foot voyage. I have redone the batteries on everything but the Osmo because I left the batteries in the truck. So hopefully it'll last long enough. I'm going to put this up with the old strobes on it and see what sort of distance we get on it. So hopefully the Osmo will hold out. Waiting for it to get, there we go. It's having a hard time getting GPS going. Let's get it turned on. Up in the air. Okay, well the long and the short of this is I took this out to 16,000 feet also and could see the strobe just fine. Now by far the triple strobe was easier to see. It was actually pretty great. I loved them. But these good old single strobes also work. But if you want something that's really easy to get your eye on, then those triple strobes are well worth the money, and I'll be ordering another 3 or 4 just to have some extra. Probably can't, yeah, you can see it. We are at about 1,400 feet. See it just fine. Now, if this was a shoot, I would turn off those front LED, red light LEDs, so you can see them flashing in the camera. We're at about half a mile. No problem. These bugs are, I'm glad these aren't mosquitoes. They are all over. Whatever bugs like to live at the lake. Okay, we are at 3,900 feet, doing fine. I can tell you it's not as bright as the 3 color that I just flew, but it's still pretty bright. I mean, at 5,000 feet, I'm pretty happy with this. And this is the transmitter's going on 2.4 gigahertz, which is really adequate for this kind of thing. Up 14,500. Trying to come home. I'm going to cancel that. We are going to keep going. Let me reacquire it. There it is. I want to get we're so close to the 3-mile mark. I can still see it. It's hard to see, but true to the letter of the law, I can see it. I hit 15,000, 16,000 feet. Almost there. We're at 60% battery. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It's nowhere near as bright. So I'm going to bring her home. Okay, we're still about 11,600 feet out, 48% battery life, which should be plenty enough. And I said it the other night, I'll say it again, I love this drone. Hate the customer service, praying that that'll change, but I love this drone. According to this, I've got 12 minutes left on the battery, so it doesn't do anything really crazy until 10%, and then it will land wherever it is, and we'll be home long before then. Kind of push my SD card. I'm only at 4K 30 frames per second, but I've only got 5 minutes left on this card. It's a 64 gigabyte card. So, and then as you can see, we're 8,600 feet out. At 39%. 7,000 feet, a little more than not quite a mile and a half. We are at almost 1 mile. 36% battery life. Pushing it to the limit, baby. Battery's in the red. And we are 1,700 feet out. This is exciting, kind of. See the shoreline, and we're between those two lights. Right in the middle of those two lights, you can see a pinpoint of a light. That's actually a lantern I have out here. Okay. Okay, a quick conclusion if it's possible for me to do such a thing. And I think you pretty much got my conclusions if you've watched the whole thing here. The single strobe or the triple strobe will both do the job to fill the 107.29 waiver from the FAA. The single strobes will do you just fine, especially if you're on a budget. The triple strobes, while more expensive, are infinitely easier to see at 3 miles. Now, needless to say, there's not ever going to be a reason for you to be out doing video at 3 miles. Once again, this was just a test to show you how the strobes work. Normally, you'll be in closer, maybe 100, 200 feet away at the most. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was informative. And if you listen and watch this long, God bless you. You are amazing. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Dislike, you know how to do that if you need to. And thank you so much for watching.